Hey, all, here we're going to use some of that information that we discussed in the vocabulary section of the unit, and we're going to find surface area figures. So here I've copied the formulas and the pictures and everything that you get on the formula sheet for the SOL so that you can get used to practicing with those. And it gives you a picture, it shows you the dimensions, and it also gives you the formula. So all you need to do is be able to pick out the appropriate formula, pick out the appropriate dimensions, plug in, and then we can solve for surface area. One thing new here is you'll see this LA. What that stands for is lateral area. The surface area is all the surface of the 3D figure. So, for example, if I were taking this triangular prism and I was wrapping it like a present, it would be all the area I needed to cover with wrapping paper. Remember that this prism has a base, and that's what's represented here by big B. Capital B is representing the area of the base. So you might want to make a note of that. The lateral area is all of the surface area that doesn't include the area of the base. So it's as if this were an open box and I took the top off and the bottom off, and all I needed to do was cover the three sides. That's what the lateral area is. So you can see that the lateral area is the height of the prism, h, and it shows you there, times lowercase p, which is the perimeter. I'll shorten that to perim of the base. So the bases in these figures are very important. So again, the lateral area, we just take the height of the prism, multiply that by the perimeter of the base, and we'll get the lateral area. In order to get the entire surface area, we take the lateral area, h times p, and we add to it 2 times the area of the base. So in this case, the area of the base is the area of this triangle. And you'll have formulas too on the formula sheet for area of a triangle in case that's a little fuzzy for you. So over here, this is just a rectangular prism. It's a little bit different. We can actually use these same formulas over here, but you might be more comfortable with 2 times the length times width, plus 2 times the length times height, plus 2 times the width times height. And what's kind of unique about a rectangular prism is that as long as you pick one side to be L, one side to be W, and one side to be H, it doesn't matter which is which. Just make sure you're consistent and you plug the value for H in the right spot, the value for W in the right spot, and the value for L. Down here with my cylinder, my sphere, all I really need to know are the radii, and then for the cylinder I need to know the height. And I can just plug in to this formula to find lateral area, which is the area without the 2 circles, or the surface area, which is the area if I add in the 2 circles, which again are the bases. Over here for the cone and the pyramid, I need that dimension that we talked about. It's the distance from the tip of the cone or the tip of the pyramid if we go down the side all the way till we get to the edge of the base. Okay, and we represent that with the L. It's kind of a length from the top to the bottom. We also need the radius. And over here, what's unique in the pyramid section is, again, we have capital B. Remember, capital B is the area of the base. So in this case, it would be the area of a square. And little p, again, is the perimeter of the base. And we find the perimeter of a square, or anything really, just by adding up all the sides. So if we go along this base, we add up all the sides, we'll get little p, the perimeter. And hopefully you can see here, something we talked about in the last video, I do get a right triangle that's formed here. So if for some reason you get the radius and you get the height, but you need L, we can do a little Pythagorean theorem to get L. So let's try one of these. We'll find first the lateral area, then we can find the surface area. So first of all, this is a square pyramid, and I copied and pasted over here the formulas so that we can work with them. In order to get the lateral area, we need the height or the length from the top of the pyramid to the bottom, and we need the perimeter of the base. This dimension L is given to us. It's this dimension here, that's 6.3. And since this is a square on the bottom, that means every side is 4 inches long. So we can find the perimeter by adding 4 plus 4 plus 4 plus 4, and we get the perimeter of that base to be 16. So now all we have to do is make this calculation, 1/2 times 6.3 times 16. And you get 50.4, and we're in inches here. And since it's area, it's inches squared. So that's our lateral area. So that's all the area in the pyramid that doesn't include the bottom, the square base. In order to get the surface area, we can take this lateral area, the 1/2 LP, and we can add to it capital B, which again is the area of the base. So if you don't remember, you can look on the formula sheet. The area of a square is just this side length squared. So 4 squared. So our total surface area is 66.4 inches squared. And of course, if they didn't ask you to find the lateral area first, you would have to plug these dimensions into this formula in order to get there. So go ahead, I want you to try this problem. I want you to find the lateral area and the surface area. Now we'll scroll down so you can see all the dimensions. And we will discuss this in class.